Hello, Triple Crew. Welcome to my channel. You are about to tune in to part 2 of the question and answer. Thank you so much for everyone who liked, shared, and commented on part 1, whether on Instagram or YouTube. Thank you for your support. Stay tuned for part 2. Someone has asked me, how would I handle locks feeling dry? Well, first off, I would say, what shampoo are you using? Make sure you're not using shampoo that's tend to be harsh for you or it's drying out your hair. Make sure you're whisking the shampoo out really good. Making sure you're intaking water, like drinking water, and also putting water on your hair. Water is the key. Now, once you put the water on your hair, you have to help to seal it in. So hold that water in and so you can seal it with oil. And then in between time, for like a pick-me-up, I use rose water. And this is something I'm recommending someone with mature locks. If you are a newbie, of course, follow the advice of your loctician. But hydration is key. So steaming with a steamer, steaming with in the shower with the shower cap on, helps to add that moisture back into your locks and then just seal it in. I don't use creamy conditioners. So those are the ways I make sure to keep moisture in my hair without using creamy conditioners. My hair was color treated, like my whole head was, but my hair wasn't this long. My whole head was color treated. And so at that time, my loctician, I would style here and there, but my loctician mainly cared for my hair. Like, she washed my hair. Sometimes I wash it, but she washed my hair at that time. My former loctician, which was my first loctician who installed. And so after she colored my hair, she would use, and this is even before I got color, she would use the Sister Lock moisturizer, which is just creamy, and she would put it on there. I didn't see her dilute it, but she told me when I were to use it myself to dilute it. And I don't think I did it well because I had a little buildup that she would tell me about when she would be looking at my locks. So I actually stopped using it because I thought I was diluting like it said to do it, but I didn't. So that's one of the main reasons why I don't use any creamy conditioners at this time, because I don't want to have to deal with buildup. That's something else. I hear a lot of people say your locks look so clean and free of buildup and things like that. And that's another thing I like about having sister locks, is that I can get my hair retighted without product, versus like, someone retwisting, you having to use some type of cream or gel or whatever product to hold it. I like that. Sister locks do not have to use a product. It's just a tool. So I can choose to use that or not. But yeah, so I don't want to have to deal with any buildup. Now, is my hair free of anything being stuck in the lock? No, I think that's basically impossible, but I try to do as many things as I can to avoid things getting stuck or built up in the lock. And so build up and lint are two different things. I gotta also be mindful of things that, like lint, that can be pulled into the lock. Someone asked me about like breaking within the lock. Like someone was like, how do you get your locks so long? Because when my locks get to a certain length, they break. What am I doing wrong? Now, it's hard for me to answer that question, but some just things to keep in mind is, and that's something, are you getting your hair retightened or retwisted? I'm not sure 100% if the answer will be the same for retwist as it would be for retighten, but I get my hair retightened, so a tool is used. And as I said earlier in the video, depending on if you're watching part 1 or part 2, I go on a regular schedule to get my hair retightened, so every 7 weeks. Very rare that I stray from that. But let's say if you are getting your hair done 7 weeks this time, 9 weeks this time, 4 weeks this time, then it will start to form like gaps in your lock. Especially if someone's trying to, let's say you've gone 10 weeks, but you usually do like 6 weeks or whatever, or 7 weeks. There's more rotations they have to do to tighten the lock, which can cause gaps in your lock. Like I'm saying, I'm not a loctician, but I know if you don't get it, your locks retightened regularly, it could affect the integrity of your lock. And let's say if you have gaps in your lock, that could lead to a weak spot, and a weak spot could lead to breakage. There could be other variables too. It could be health related. It could be some medicine you're taking. It could be a lack of a nutrient in your diet that I left another one, that is impacting as well. So it's very hard for me to answer that with a definite answer, but those are some different things to think about and consider. And if you feel like none of that applies to you, but you're still experiencing that, then I ask you to identify or look at what your moisture routine is. Like, how frequent are you washing your hair? In between washes, are you putting any type of hydration in your hair, like spraying your hair with rose water or anything like that to keep your locks hydrated? There's something in my lock right here. Speaking of stuff in the lock, and when I see that, like, I cannot ignore it. That's nothing, no peeking at your lock, but I need to see what this is on here. I finished taking this braid out. I'm gonna check it out. But yeah, what is your moisture routine? What do you know, are you sealing in your moisture? Are you doing harsh styles that are too tight and pulling too much? Are you puncturing your locks with hairpins? Okay, another thing, picking at your locks, which not supposed to happen, but if you do pick at them, just know the possible consequences. But yeah, picking at your locks when you see like some debris and it's like in there. If you can pull it off the top, that's different, but if it's like in there and you get to picking, that could cause the integrity of the lock to be compromised. But yeah, you puncture your locks with hairpins for putting your hair up, and styles for keeping your hair up in a style for a long time. Some people swear by the pipe cleaner curls, and they use the Craft Supply, the pipe cleaners with the wires. I've used those before in the past when I first heard about the curls. I was like, oh, this is really cool. And especially when I used them, my hair was still pretty. I wasn't new, but my hair wasn't mature either. And I stopped using them because the wire of the pipe cleaner can definitely puncture your lock. And you may not notice it then, but over time, especially when your lock starts breaking, that you may realize, man, what happened? And you may not think back to the fact that, oh, you've been using pipe cleaners for years. And also that like fuzz on it can get in your locks. If you have black hair and you're using black ones, it's not that noticeable. But that's another thing that can get in your lock. But yeah, so be mindful of what you're using to curl your hair and make sure it's safe. And just be mindful of it. If you decide to use pipe cleaners, just know, keep that in mind that it could Doesn't always cause anyone issues, but could. I typically use another tool to get those spiral curls. That's similar to what the pipe cleaners do. Because it's just my preference. Once I find out about them, I've been using them ever since. And I like those over pipe cleaners because they are safer and durable, and they create the perfect curl. So I hope I have answered or done justice in answering the questions that were given to me. And some of them were on my phone, some of them I was trying to remember that I see like when people message me. Because my hair is now unraveled. Freshly unraveled. I haven't ran my fingers through my scalp yet, but I'll probably do that off camera. Yep, this is the takedown. Thank you so much for tuning in as I share with you all some of the questions you all share with me or asked me for the question and answer, and then some frequently asked questions were mixed in. If there was something you wanted me to answer that you did not hear answered, let me know in the comment box below. And for those who left questions, and thank you for your patience for this video that I've been saying was going to be coming. It's been coming for some weeks now, but yeah, I finally got it done. Yeah, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully I responded to a question you wanted answered. So in the meanwhile, if there's some more questions you want answered, let me know in the comment box below. And there may be a third video that I'll record sometime soon, or maybe even a fourth one. Remember to keep it fly, keep it fabulous, and I'll see your beautiful faces in the next video. Peace.